everybody. How are you doing? We thought we would just jump on here and say hello and tell you and discuss why is balancing blood sugar so important. There is so much to it. Who knew? Balancing blood sugar if it's not balanced, you're going to have insulin resistance, and so that's where your body gets confused and it's flooded with insulin, and the cells stop listening. And when the cells stop listening, you get stomach issues or bloated, inflammation galore, mood swings, your face gets puffy, you brain fog. I could go on and on. There's so much more. Hello, I'm Terry Gonzalez, the Gutsy Mentor, and here with me is...
Hi, I'm Victoria Whistler, and I'm the Gutsy RN. As my sister has been saying, and Terry and I are just, as we've done research, as we've been doing this for the last 4 years, we're just obsessed with getting the word out, the importance of balanced blood sugar. So is your blood sugar balanced, and are you getting the right nutrients? Because number one, what is blood sugar? We get it from the carbs we eat and the sugar that we eat, and then our body has to metabolize that into a form that it can be utilized in the body, and that form is known as glucose. And we need that glucose to enter the cell, because then when it enters the cell, as you've heard my sister talk about ATP, and it's part of the metabolic process that is needed for the ATP process. It's a breakdown of metabolic processes in the cells, and it needs the glucose to do that. But are you getting the right glucose? Are you getting the right nutrients? Are we doing this correctly? Because it didn't say to have a lot of carbs and a lot of processed food. But when we have to get that glucose into the cell, how does it do that? And I love talking about this. I'm a school nurse, so I work with diabetic children all the time. And do you know that they predict that in 2050 we'll have at least 2 million diabetics?
So
and it's increasing. We see this in the school system where there's so many kids that have diabetes, and there's a reason for it. Some of it type 1, where the pancreas, it's an autoimmune issue, got attacked by the virus of some sort when they were ill and had a predisposition, and so their pancreas simply isn't working. And the pancreas is what produces the insulin. That's type 1. But what we're talking about is something that we want to control. I know that I have a tendency to have a little bit of insulin resistance as I've gotten older. And I don't process the carbs like I used to. I can tell that. And I don't want to have diabetes, type 2, be on all those medications. And so I'm trying to really work on that. And what is insulin? Insulin's a hormone. It is like a key that drives that glucose into the cell. And if you don't have insulin, you don't have that key, and that glucose doesn't get into the cell, then you have circulating blood sugar into your bloodstream, and you have excess hormones, insulin hormones in your system. And for those of us that want to lose weight, yes, and want to reduce our food cravings, yes, how do we do that? Well, it certainly isn't through extra glucose and extra insulin, because when you have those two circulating, it causes food sugar cravings. It really does. There's hormones and chemicals in our body, or in our brain is what I want to say, that get turned on and off about saying, I'm not hungry, I am hungry. And it messes up with that signal. And then it causes those food cravings. And also, if you're taking in too much of a processed food or too much of a carb-loaded meal, it causes a surge of insulin. And then it can also, the second way, cause a drop in your blood sugar. And then once you have that drop, it spikes. You have that insulin or that food craving. So those are the two ways. And I'm going to go on to say, how do we correct that? We want to have the healthy fats and the healthy protein, because protein will stop the hunger and say, in the chemical in our brain saying, I'm not hungry anymore. It reduces the chemical that says I am hungry. So good protein is certainly beneficial, and also good healthy fats, because the healthy fats like nuts and seeds and olive oil and avocado, my sister's are my favorite.
My favorite.
Yes. Avocado is our best friend. When you have those kind of healthy fats, that helps not spike the sugar up. It keeps it at a nice, even keel, and it allows the insulin and glucose to work homeostasis.
Yeah.
In a nice homostasis manner.
I like making up my own words too.
I know. How do I end that sentence? I know this is hard to go live because I can't read it myself.
And it's amazing because over time, and I never knew this until, like she said, over the past 4 years, we've been really diving into it, and me with trying to reduce the necessity of extra medication, that if I control it through my nutrition, if I control it through healthy habits, movement, water, all the things, supplementing your gaps that could, nutrient gaps, that is. Yes. It really does help, because over time, high blood sugar levels damage your blood vessels, and that causes a whole stream of other issues like heart disease and kidney disease and eye disease. And yes, it might fall under the umbrella of diabetes, but all of that is really just a side problem of just having damage to your blood vessels. Yeah, it's.
And then what I wanted to add on with Terry, because she was talking about the insulin resistance, that insulin resistance over time, when we have the fat cells interfering and we have other things interfering, what insulin resistance is the inability for insulin to be utilized the way it's supposed to be utilized. So it starts not working, and those cells can't get that glucose into the
confusion.
I know, it totally does. And then also, when it's in the cells and the cells are determining whether the glucose is needed in the tissue cells and the muscle tissues and the liver tissues, and they're deciding where all this energy goes, and then it's being stored in the muscle tissues, like I said, in the liver tissues. If those stores are filled up, you know where it goes as? It gets stored as fat. So then you have
stubborn fat at that.
Yeah, it's not the good kind of fat, it's the gross kind of fat. And it gets stored as that because it doesn't know it's all used up. And so we don't want any of that. All of us, everybody.
It's a cell that can't think anymore. It doesn't know where to go.
Exactly. And so we don't want that. We're all into health, and we want everybody healthy. And everybody in this message has messaged us and worked with us and has let us know that they're interested in losing weight or getting healthy or reducing cellular inflammation through autoimmune disease. So we're here to help and let you know that come to us, because we have some solutions for you. We have a great pink drink that does address blood sugar balance, because that blood sugar balance through chromium helps. How do we get chromium? Through a lot of it through broccoli and those kind of vegetables. But honestly, we can't get enough of it. So yes, this helps, and it helps stabilize our blood sugars, and it helps keep us from spiking. So that's why Terry and I love it, as well as being a prebiotic of nourishing our good gut microbiome, a whole other topic for a whole other day. But we can't live without it, because it does help with our food cravings through that, and monitoring and balancing our blood sugars,
as well as stabilizing mood and increasing energy and reducing inflammation. It just all of that, all from just balancing your blood sugar, is just amazing. Our bodies are so wonderfully made, and so interesting when you dive down to how it's all connected and how they communicate, and how our guts is a mainframe of a supercomputer, so that we can live longer and feel our best.
Yes. And that's what we want. We want quality of life and feeling good and showing up for things way past what most people think that we should be doing. So get talking to us, and any questions you have on balancing blood sugars, let us know. We have a solution for you to help with those kind of nutrient gaps. Remember, this is all on nutrition. We totally believe in it. So these are plant-based solutions for you to help get healthy.
Absolutely. So until next time, remember your healthy habits. You want to exercise. You want to keep things moving, because you need that blood flow moving. So it gets else. You want to reduce your stress by self-care. You want to sleep, stress management as well as sleeping at least 7 hours a night to help your bodies at night restore everything is so helpful. You want to get key nutrients from your foods. And when you need extra, because we really can't eat enough fresh fruits and vegetables, all of the eating the rainbow to get enough of it in your system a day or to have it on your tables or even anymore. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've been out shopping lately for all of the things. It's just crazy.
Double
and
the
so
price.
supplementing the nutrient gaps is so important because we can't do it alone. And when it's not simple and when it's not easy, when it's not right in front of us, it really is hard to maintain. And, it's something our bodies need for us to maintain it every day, not just for the weekend or not just for I'll start Monday. It's just, every day. And that doesn't mean that you don't get to splurge. We need to live our life, be happy, have the good foods, but do it in moderation and do it. And don't think, well, I messed up. I'll just keep going. Just, nope, I'm just going to get right back on track. I'm going to drink some water and reset. So hit the reboot and give us a call. Bye for now, everybody. Cheers.